Hi everybody and welcome to another Techu stream, another Techu Tuesday. This is your weekly Techu stream where we share and today's not my day. Today is the day we continue to share our love for these Techu on the share board game or card game, however you want to call it. I'm your host and world champion Alvaro, and I'll be um, joining you guys, or you'll be joining me with another full hour of tissue on the chair. And this time we're going to do it with the bot. So let's start with this right away. As usual, I'm going to be doing a play-by-play so you know and understand why I'm making the moves I make here. So I'm assuming you guys understand the basics of the rule. Basically, you start on the bottom row, or as we call it, the home row, and then you try to take as many spaces as you can across the whole board, and every card needs to be connected to your home row. So we usually start with the lowest card on hand, you see, which is going to be this number 5 over here. We have an ace on hand, which is a strong move, a strong starting hand, and we want to take advantage of that. So as the AI is telling us, we need to flip the card, and this is exactly what we're gonna do. It ended up being a tie, which is not very good here when you play against the AI. I'll tell you why in a second. But let's continue with this lower card that we got here, then this number 3, and we're gonna put it right in front of on the same spot the AI played it. Okay, the AI goes first. This is good, and for a very important reason. Usually, when you go first, in some cases, if the AI doesn't have strong cards, but you do have strong cards, you want to go face, you want to go straight on. You don't want to avoid any confrontation. But when you go first, the AI can easily avoid you. But now that it goes first, I will just play it on the same lane it does. Now, this is a very strong card that it ended up playing on an empty space. If this is the AI is designed to play the lowest card on empty spaces. If it played a queen, you know for a fact it has, at the very least, a king, but it is very possibly it's holding an ace on hand. So we're just gonna play this here, and now the AI will have to play on empty spaces here. Let's see what it plays. Okay, it drew a very low card of number 4. We're just gonna keep playing, and it's gonna chase us till the end of the war. Now at this point, you don't really want to take that 10. I mean, the only options are taking the 10 with a queen, but I know it's gonna dominate with a king or an ace. We know for a fact he must have one of those. And if it does play an ace, then we're gonna be face to face with an ace. It's not a comfortable position to be in. You usually want to go dominate back-to-back spaces, and I will be able to achieve that if I get another ace very soon. So we're just gonna try to run around for now, playing this 9 here, hoping that I can get the ace very soon. Okay, look what happened here. The AI played this ace over a 9. This is interesting. So that means either the other card on hand is an ace, or maybe a king, and it's just no. It cannot be an ace. It cannot be a king. It would have played the king here, not the ace. He most likely has another ace on hand, and we're just gonna prove it here. He's gonna play it now. Okay, so that means he's not gonna be able to stop this. And think just for fun, we're gonna let him try to take this card here. Yeah, because I didn't want to take that, you know, that A with an ace. I'd rather take a queen, even though I would be in a much better position if I play that, you know, if I draw a wall, a diagonal wall here. But the game's just getting started. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. I'm holding nothing but big cards, or relatively, you know, mid to high cards right now. I could play here and force him to make a move, but if I lose this battle, I risk giving him easy access to a 4. So I'm just gonna do this over here. Big card, you see? I'm not gonna be able to stop that one, nor the other king he has on hand. But neither will he. He won't be able to stop that king. And I'm gonna play this right now. That's actually a good move for me. So let's just play here. We pretty much got this one in the bag. By the way, I took both kings. He played both kings and both aces. So that jack is not going anywhere. All we have to do is stall and we got this. Ooh, we have the chance to end with a Techu. Look at that. He's already playing on top of his own cards. Very bad for him. Nothing he could do about it. And the first win of the night, and with a Techu. The best way to start this evening. Let's continue. Okay, we will play another, you know, once again playing the lowest card on hand, but this time we are going first. And now I usually want to, go forward, you know, building your way up to the enemy side of the board. But when I have a 10, when I have a 10 and 5 and a king, I usually like to start building a backup strategy in case this middle confrontation you know, doesn't go well for me. So I start playing with this 5 on a side lane, and then I'm gonna wait for him to make a move. Again, all of this only works when you go against the AI, not necessarily against other people. Okay, look at this exchange right now. I'm playing 2, 6, 4, and 5. He's playing 2, 6, 4, and 7. So I have a slight advantage as to what cards are being played. I mean, he seems to be playing, or will be playing, higher cards than me. That gives me an advantage later. So we're just gonna keep playing on empty spaces. I could potentially go here or here, and you know, try to look for a confrontation, and I will most likely end up victorious because I have this king on hand. And the reason I say that is because if the AI had a king on hand, it would have probably done the same. Like playing here in the middle or this side lane. So again, we're not gonna do that because at this point we are going to edge out a victory just by playing, you know, lower cards on empty spaces. And look what happened now. It decided to start a fight because it has nothing but middle to high cards on hand. Luckily for us, we can play the, you know, we can play differentials here, and by that I mean trying to play, trying to take his card with the next higher card available to keep the differentials between your card and the enemy's cards to a minimum. And that's exactly what we're gonna do here. Okay, that's strange. You would assume he would play, you know, a 9 because 9 is the lowest card he had on hand at the moment. And that might be the case, but if it is, that means he was holding 2 9s and a 10, and he couldn't take over these. He couldn't, you know, take my 10 here. So it did the only thing it could do at the time, which is gonna play this 8 over here, and we're just gonna play this 7. We're still playing lower cards than him on empty spaces, and we'll keep playing with them. We'll keep playing differentials here. Now at this point we are playing a higher card than him, but I don't want to waste a king on a 7, you know, so we're just gonna do that. Okay, now we got a card that we can, I don't want to say sacrifice, but I would say spend dominating. And now we can continue this onslaught, taking this 4, which he will definitely take, and we will continue. You know, sometimes you don't want to release pressure. You don't want to release any pressure. You want to keep on pressing. And now we force him to play a queen, sorry, an ace on over a queen in a not so advantageous position. I mean, aces are strong in the middle. Of course, it all depends. It all varies from one game to another. But in general, aces are strong in the middle position, so you can branch out, you know, from the middle, but not so to the side and on the back, because if it was a middle sorry, if it was a middle lane here, you could say, yeah, it's good for you, but on that far back, it's not usually advantageous. And I'm putting strong emphasis on usually, because nothing ever goes you know, nothing is ever one way. Now, in this middle position here, we could risk it and play the king here to then play the ace here, which is very strong position to be in because I can just dominate everything up, including his own row. It's very risky though. Now, you have to consider how many cards he has on hand and say, okay, there's 1 in 9 chances that he draws another ace in the next turn. It's not bad. The odds are not bad, but if you lose, if he does draw the ace, you risk flipping the table. You know, you're basically putting him in a strong position, which has been your forte up until this point. So we're not gonna risk it this time. And we could take this with this king here. We're not gonna do that. We're just gonna play here. We'll play this 10 here. I could play the king. Oh my. So there are 2 kings he hasn't played. Okay, here's the deal. It already played 1 ace, so he can only take one of my kings, only one of them, right? He could take this one, but my experience tells me he's gonna try to take this middle position here, and we're just gonna force him to do that. Hey, look at that. So at this point, you know, I did give him access to these cards here, but keep in mind this is all about the score, and right now I'm winning, so I don't need to create any special blocks in any direction. I just need to make sure I get the most points, which is the reason I let him go, you know, let him get this far. But now I'm gonna stop him here, because that's the best position, that's the best strategy for me. Okay, so right now he already played the second king. I don't have to worry about that. And now he played the other ace. Does he have any? No, he doesn't have any queens left. He doesn't have any kings. He doesn't have any aces. What about jacks? Nope, he doesn't have any jacks. So whatever he plays over here, I will certainly take it in the next turn. And that's it. Whew. Okay, let's keep it going. I was just checking the chat in case somebody said something, but it looks like chat is disconnected. Okay, so the AI is going first here, and he played 2 twos back to back. I don't know what's going on here, but yeah, I was expecting some of that. Now, here's the tricky part. You know, I could easily take this with a king or a queen, either one of those. But if the AI went forward, remember what I told you before, if the AI played forward, it's because it has the cards to back up such a move. So I'm not gonna spend a queen over a 7. Okay, now I'm gonna play this here. In retrospect, it would have been better for me playing the queen over a 7 and then taking the king with an ace, but I didn't have that ace, you know, back then. Even if I did, I wouldn't have played a queen over a 7. Okay, this is where I like to take a little risk. A jack on an empty space. That was the lowest card on hand right now. And if he has a jack, if he played a jack on an empty space, that means the other cards on hand were higher or another jack. So I'm just gonna let him waste or spend, however you want to call it, another high card, and then I will make a move. Now at this point, you can either play differentials here, but it's very possible he's gonna ace that king, or you could just play the jack here and let him spend an ace on a, you know, not on your king. Every strategy has its pros and cons. Now, this strategy for me has two pros. One is I'm playing a differential game, meaning that I'm using, you know, I'm keeping differentials between his card and my cards to a minimum. And if in the event he does decide to take that king, then he's gonna be playing an ace on a not so strong position because I don't mind that side lane. I have another side lane that I can use as a backup strategy if I want to move forward. Not to mention, I will be able to block him off with that with this jack here later. So this is what we're gonna do. Okay, neither happened, so we're just keeping differentials to a minimum here. Very tempting. Very, very tempting. I don't want to play that king right now, though. Wow. I like this. I like both of them. Actually, I do like both of them. Let's play here. Let's change it up a little bit because I always play the middle strategy here quite often. Let's change it up a little bit. I don't know. I could have sworn he had an ace on hand already, but it doesn't. Let's see. Oh, no aces. So all that three-dimensional chess I was talking about, that was kind of pointless. Of course, there's no way for me to know that was the case, but yeah. Again, you just want to make sure you keep the pressure. We're down to the last three cards of the game. Okay, at this point, it doesn't matter what we do. We're still gonna win with a Techu. Hey, let's back out a little bit. I want to check the leaderboard to send a screenshot to somebody here. Give me just a moment. Okay, let's get back. Okay, just like we did before, we're gonna play this lower card here. And let's give the AI the chance to make a move. If it does, we're just gonna counter. If not, then we will be the one making a move. Okay, now that we're in this middle position, give me just a second, guys. At this point, we want to take that middle space. I mean, the way I personally like to play is putting aces back to back here. That puts you in like a 90% chance of winning against the AI. But of course, the chance of getting aces early on is not as high as we would expect it, or as we would have liked. So, mm, I could keep stalling, but I'm not gonna give the AI a chance to take every card on my side lane. So, I like this one actually. Let's just hope I do get that ace very soon. Hmm. The AI is making kind of risky moves here. Wow, it's a tough choice. Either here defensively or here offensively. It's offensive all the way. Hmm. Oh, we got this one. Okay, this might be a tough one because we don't have any strong cards to begin. If the AI does, we're in a world of trouble. Okay, it looks like it doesn't. Oh, now it did. Now it does. When this happens, you just want to make sure you build a size strategy immediately. You don't want to stay too long keeping cards next to these because you know he's just going to take it. So build yourself another backup lane and try to come back from the other side to cut him off. Now he will try to take this. I'm not going to let him under any circumstances. If I play a king here, he's going to ace it. I know that for a fact, so we're just going to ace it first. Just so you know, I'm not BSing you. Wow. Hold on. Really? Okay, that's good for us. Not so good. Got the last move, right? He can't go past this. So I'm gonna take this. No matter what he does, he won't be able to take any of my cards. Look at that. We've been quite lucky today. Looks like our luck's about to change now. Yeah. Now, I would usually I would normally or try to build a second lane, but I don't like playing jacks on empty spaces so far on my home row. No, so I'm just gonna play here. I was expecting that, so he's gonna play a king, and I'm gonna ace it. What? Okay. He's playing my strategy, back-to-back aces. I'm just gonna let him have it. And this one I'm gonna ace without question. I can't let him have that space. You know, that access to my cards. Now we make a move. Let's hope to God he doesn't play a... Okay, it's not a king. Now he won't be able to take that. Ooh, okay. This is the part where we start a gamble. I don't have a card I can take. Oh, this is bad for us. Really, really bad. Because now he's gonna cut us off completely. Oh, he didn't. Whew. Oh, shoot. It's a 3-point game. If he takes one card from me, I'm done. And he did. Yeah, I'm done. Damn, if we had that ace a bit sooner, I would have won, definitely. Let's keep going with the lowest card on hand. We're going first. The same thing, doing a backup strategy here. This time, I think it's gonna move forward. Yep. But we're just gonna play the differential strategy here. Definitely gonna ace it. And now we can build a backup lane here. I'm not gonna put a king over it. I'm just gonna build that backup lane. And I'm gonna cut him off for good. Look at that, being cautious. Ooh, he's done. I'm gonna play this here. If it plays a king, if it aces that, he's done. Okay, he didn't go for it. Instead, he tried to cut me off. Look at that. A king here. That means I can do this. Oh, yes. Great. Now I got him against the ropes. And I'm not letting go. Keep the pressure. Yeah, I won. I already got this one. Oof, look at that. Nice comeback after that disappointing loss. So let's keep it going. Hmm. Same thing. I could put that 8 over a 2, but if he did that, it's because it has the cards, and I know I don't, so I would rather avoid. I should have gone here. Oh yes, this is the reason I went with this 5 here instead of protecting, playing a 9 over a 6. Now I get to cut him off. He did the right thing. What? Okay, that 3 is all yours. Oh, damn it. Now I cut him off. He's winning right now. This is a tough one. There's a king he hasn't played yet, which he definitely will. And I wouldn't be able to take any cards with this 4. If I play here, he's gonna place the king over it. I place the ace, and then I put this 4 on an empty space. If I play here, he's gonna the same thing. Same thing's gonna happen. Another disappointing loss. Just because he put that ace over here. I wasn't hoping he would play an ace over a 6, but that's how strong aces are in the middle. It caught me out from recovering any possible ground I needed to recover. This is the worst position to be in. Look at that. Nothing but high cards. And wow! We're just gonna play the same back-to-back strategy here. Keeping in mind, this is not a strong position. I would rather have this in the center. Really? This is dangerous. Exactly because of that. Lucky for us, he didn't foresee this. Or maybe he did. Okay, I got this king that I'm gonna play on top of that queen, so we're all good here. And we're actually winning by 3 points. I'm holding high cards that I want to play, so let's just go ahead and play them. I got this. It's a 4-point game. Even if I end up playing every card on an empty space, I'm still gonna win. But we're gonna do this. We're almost at the end, guys. I think we have time for 2 more games. Okay, we're going first, and again, we're gonna start building these backup lane here. The AI didn't move forward, and it played a 10 on an empty space. That means, you know, the cards that it must have on hand, which are all face cards. We could potentially come over here, and whatever he plays, then I play that king over it. But I would rather see him spend more high cards on empty spaces. That didn't work out as expected. Did he just get it? Yeah, he just got it. We can still recover from this. Don't worry, guys. No, come on. I need an ace because I need to cut him off here for good. That's the best way that I can get back from this. Really aggressive. I think I would have done the same as well, but anyway. Oh, by the way, I'm playing here without before getting that ace because he had already played kings and queens. So what the heck? He should have low cards at some point. And I'm not gonna give him a chance. So it's a 6-point game, and I have a lot to recover from. So let's start. No aces, no kings. a 4-point game, but I should have a way to recover from this. Okay. We got this. The most embarrassing defeat for him. Look how strong it was. I came from a 6-point deficit and ended up with a 3-point win. So I guess that's why I'm the world champion here. Against the AI, of course. I still have about a pending matchup with a certain somebody who hasn't. I'm not gonna say anything. Let's keep it going. This is probably gonna be the last game, so let's make sure we win this. Because remember, guys, we don't end stream with losses against the AI. So let's try to make this the last one. I still don't want to play the jack. Play a jack over it. Yeah, that was the reason. You see a 3 over a queen over a 3. Wow, now I have to spend on a jack on an empty space, which is the same thing it did here. Okay, you know, this is risky. I could play this here, but if it plays an ace on top of a jack, uh, I would give him he would be in a strong position against me. But I'm gonna play the odds and think that it doesn't have an ace on hand. It shouldn't have an ace on hand. Oh, it definitely did. This is what I was hoping. This is what I was hoping he would play, but it backfired on me. Really? Now you're getting cocky. Who taught the AI to do that? I like that move actually. So it's a 1-point game. I need him to play the king. I need him. Great. Oh, it just came at the right time. Now it's a tie game. Let's think carefully here. Do we play a minimum? You know, the differentials, or do we go with some sort of killer strategy? Let's just play with the differentials here. Okay. He still has a card he hasn't played, so how do I want to play this? I'm just gonna play this here. If for any reason it can take over this 8, no, it doesn't. Yeah, we're gonna end this with a Techu. So we started and ended the stream with a Techu. This is just fantastic. So I hope you guys were able to see why I make the I play the way I play. I should admit it is quite often quite risky because, as I said before, I could have played that ace right in the middle and and be in a strong position. Instead, I play a jack because I wanted him to play a king. It didn't happen. I ended up winning anyway, but it wasn't because I designed it that way. It was not the way I expected it to happen. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as I did. Again, like, share, and subscribe. Join our Discord community. Download the app at techu.app, techu.app, or just type techuonthechair.com. Any way you like it. So this has been your host and world champion, Alvaro.